manual scoring and analyzing results. We're going to look at how to manually score some of the responses in your Google form and how to review the summary in the response tab. So let's go back to our quiz, and you notice up here we have two tabs, questions and responses. We have summary. We can look at each question, and we can look at individual responses. In summary, we can see all the responses for each question. For example, in question 1, we see that 4 out of 5 people got the first question correct, so that means the class probably did learn this one. Number 2, we only had 2 people get that one correct, although 1 misspelled it, so 3 out of 5, and we might need to quickly review that one. In number 3, 4 out of 5 people got that, and so on and so on. You can see the charts in the check all that apply. Everybody got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. There were a few gray ones, which means they were incorrect, so you might review that one again. We ignored these responses for 7 and 8 because they are their opinions on the ratings. 9, 10, and 11 were our open-ended higher level thinking questions. We're going to talk in a minute about how to score those. Another way to look at these is by question. And you see which of the following is not an adaptive leadership characteristic. And so we got 4 that got integrity correct and 1 incorrect response. Add feedback means that you can add feedback if someone gets it wrong, giving them a hint at the correct answer. And right here you can go to each of the questions and look at it question by question here. But the individual responses is where we want to spend a little bit of time. This is where you select the people, each student that answered, and we can go down and look at, all right, this person got this one correct, it's green. And this is one where they put change-agents. And if you look, that was not one of the answers that I had anticipated, but change agents is correct. So right here is where you can change the score. You can actually type it in yourself, or you can go up and down here with the arrows. This is one that proactors was not exactly one of the answers I had put in, but they do get the idea. So right here I typed in 5 and gave them full credit for that one. So this is where you can do manual scoring. This one, check all of the adaptive leadership characteristics. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 correct, but also 1, 2, 3, 4 incorrect. So I gave them 3 out of 5. All right, let's go down. Now on these that were the ranking, I just looked down to make sure that they gave a different rank to each one. They didn't have 2 number 1s or 3 number 5s. So you type right here 1, so a value of 1. So you type right there and give them a 1. And this one was the same thing. You just make sure they gave a different rating to each one. These 2 questions will offer a rich discussion in class about the rankings and why they picked certain characteristics. Again, I gave them a score of 1. Now, in your answer key, I didn't put anything as correct answer because they all will have different answers because it's an opinion. Now for the video and the 3 higher level thinking questions. You have to look at each one and kind of decide how they did. This one gave pretty good detail. There were some of the others that I did that did not give very good detail. You can look at these later if you'd like, and you can look at the feedback that I gave. This one was pretty detailed and had pretty good ideas. For example, a new job could be somebody in the corner gives out fresh coffee, bottled water, healthy snacks. And there's a button to click down here to give individual feedback. And I just put good responses. Could be a little bit more detailed. You see I gave them 8 or 9 out of 10. So that gave this person a score of 69 out of 75. Now you can click right here and release the score, which means that it will go in an email to the individual. But if you click that, the best thing is to go ahead and do all the manual scores, then click up here, all respondents, and send emails and release. And when you do that, then it sends an email to each one of the students. Now, one thing about the settings under quizzes is that you can do immediate after each submission. I would do that if all of your questions were going to be for multiple choice or something that the computer can score. But if you have to do some manual scoring, like the higher level thinking questions, use this one later after manual review, and then you release the scores here, like I showed you a minute ago. Now, to share this work with your professors, you want to click Send, and right here is where you get the URL, shortened URL, see how much shorter it makes it, and copy it. Now that gives a copy of your finished survey and quiz so that they can take it. But you also want to do add collaborators, and you want to send it to your professor. For Dr. Maxwell, it's marge.maxwell@g.wku.edu. For Dr. Paganelli, andrea.paganelli@g.wku.edu. For Dr. Stobaugh, it's rebecca.stobaugh@gmail.com. And then you click Done. Now back to your module, and down here, what to submit. Share your Google form with your instructor. I just showed you how to do that, and here are their email addresses. Copy the link to your Google form, and then go to Blackboard. In the comment box, you want to paste a copy of the link. Write a short description of your project and how it contributes to your ROTC lesson. If you did one of the add-ons, either the email notification or QR code generator, tell that you did that, and tell that you did that and the results of doing that. And that concludes this video.